This woman is a master at freeloading. For over 30 years, she hasn't spent a single penny, but now, look at her walking into a luxury store, not even bothering to check the prices. She effortlessly collects Hermes perfume and Chanel foundation into her possession. The salespeople think a big spender has arrived and greet her with smiles. She walks up to the cashier and says, "Hello, I'd like to return these items." The woman remains unfazed, showing no signs of panic. The salesperson doesn't notice anything suspicious and happily assists her. However, they request the receipt or the credit card used for the purchase in order to process the return. As soon as she hears this, the woman immediately feigns impatience. "Look, these items are all unopened, and I just bought them last week," she argues. The salesperson insists on the required documentation for the return. The woman gives up and decides not to proceed with the return for now, but she demands at least a shopping bag. The salesperson promptly smiles and provides her with a shopping bag. The woman packs all the items into it, and just like that, she confidently walks out of the mall, swinging the full shopping bag in her hands. And that's how it went. The woman casually strolls out of the store with her hands full, leaving the mall behind. How to stay in a 5-star hotel without spending money. So, here's the deal, folks. This woman comes across a couple checking out of a fancy hotel. Sneakily, she jots down their room number and names. Once the couple leaves, she calls the front desk pretending to be them and requests an extension for one more night. The front desk staff, without suspecting a thing, goes ahead and renews the room in their name. Seizing the opportunity, our woman waits for the housekeeper to step out, casually strolls in, and shoos the maid away. Claiming she's a bit tired, boom. She successfully checks herself into a luxurious 5-star hotel, and guess what? Along with her sly entry, she managed to swipe a fur coat and a suitcase from the lobby before taking the elevator. Smooth as silk. This whole operation is like a textbook perfect crime. Now, let me introduce you to this dame named Debbie. 5 years ago, she got locked up for scamming folks. But today is her lucky day. Folks, she's finally a free bird, and this time, she's determined to reclaim everything she's lost. Fast forward to the next day, Debbie tracks down her bestie, who deals with counterfeit booze. She spills the beans on her meticulously planned scheme. 5 years in the making, she's out to steal a mind-boggling $150 million diamond necklace. But here's the kicker, folks, it's not a two-person job. She needs a crew to pull this off. After a few days of snooping around, they finally come up with a plan. Alright, listen up, folks, we've got a gal with nerves of steel, a grand heist in the works, and a crew assembling. Stay tuned for more jaw-dropping action. This is going to be one hell of a ride. The Legion of Thieves is set to steal a diamond necklace worth $150 million. The team is assembling. 1. A fashion designer drowning in debt. 2. A jewelry appraiser. 3. A computer hacker. 4. An Asian pickpocket. 5. A smuggling kingpin disguised as a seemingly perfect wife and mother. The Femme Avengers have gathered, and Debbie spills out her entire plan. Every year, the museum hosts a lavish ball, and this year's event is scheduled in 2 weeks. Their target is the popular, dumb blonde actress. All they need to do is convince her to borrow that necklace from the jewelry company and wear it for the evening. If they can pull it off, they'll have a golden opportunity to swipe that necklace. To get close to the actress, they can only rely on the fashion designer. Using their publicity skills, they arrange for the designer to meet numerous celebrities. With a massive online campaign, the designer transforms from a debt-ridden individual to a hotshot in the eyes of the stars. Soon, the actress takes notice. The next day, she invites the designer for a lunch, with Debbie deliberately acting aloof and hinting about creating clothing for the actress's arch-rival. The actress panics and seals the deal. The designer must create the outfits for the ball in 2 weeks. Then, the designer constantly whispers in the actress's ear, emphasizing that wearing the diamond necklace will make her the most stunning woman at the ball. Who can resist the temptation of being called the most beautiful? The actress gradually becomes obsessed with the necklace. The first phase of the plan goes smoothly. Now, it's time for the second step. They need to create a fake diamond necklace for the switch. This here's a $150 million diamond necklace that's been tucked away underground. For 40 long years, the designer's studying it real close, while her glasses scan all the specific data, sending it straight to the computer hooked up to the 3D printer. In just a few days, they've replicated it inch by inch using glass. That's the second step of their heist plan, and if they pull it off, each and every one of these 7 folks is going to be pocketing a jaw-dropping $20 million. That's right, you heard me correctly. The hackers breached the museum's surveillance, and they've all been meticulously analyzing every nook and cranny of that hotel. Debbie's picked the bathroom as the crime scene. Once one of them snatches that necklace right off the actress's neck, they'll pass it off to a waiter and transfer it discreetly to the kitchen. The jewelry appraiser disguised as a dishwasher, will get hold of the necklace, break it down into smaller pieces, and slip away without a hitch. Meanwhile, the bestie sitting there, legs crossed, looking like she's already won the game, thinking, no wonder she's my bestie. This plan is just perfect. The hackers adjusting each camera angle, creating blind spots right outside the bathroom. The smuggling sister has infiltrated the event planning company responsible for the gala, taking charge and snagging the seating chart. They've noticed there's an empty seat right next to the actress, so they've got the smuggling sister to arrange for herself to be seated right there. It's clear that Debbie's got more than just the necklace on her mind this time around. Everything's all set and ready to go, with only 10 hours left until the gala begins. But then the designer drops some bad news. This gal is a pro at freeloading, folks. She hasn't spent a dime in over 30 years. Now she's after a $150 million diamond necklace. But here's the catch. The necklace has some serious security measures in place. It can only be unlocked with a special tool. The designer, pretending to be curious, tricks the bodyguard into demonstrating the unlocking process. Again, while secretly recording a video, they send the footage to Debbie. Ladies are stunned. Without that special key, all their efforts would be in vain. That's when the hacker remembers her sister, a master locksmith. She calls her up to inquire about this specific unlocking technique. And guess what? Her sister actually knows it. She quickly prepares the unlocking device and sends it over. Now everything is in place. Folks, the night of the grand ball arrives. The moment the female star steps out of her car, all the media attention is on her. The $150 million diamond necklace shines brightly under the flashlights. As the dinner commences, the female thieves have already infiltrated every corner. The world's largest diamond necklace. Bestie sneaked into the kitchen while nobody was paying attention. Where the superstar was enjoying her meal, she decided to spice things up a bit by adding a little something extra. To the star's plate, a dose of nausea-inducing medicine. Now, picture this, the celebrity, desperate to fit into her gorgeous dress, hadn't eaten a single bite in 2 whole days. At that moment, she saw the food like a ravenous wolf, and devoured a few bites voraciously. But soon enough, her stomach turned upside down. In a panic, she rushed towards the restroom, closely followed by her bodyguard. Little did they know that a pickpocket was lying in wait inside the bathroom. He quickly locked all the other stalls, leaving only one available. As the star clung to the toilet, vomiting uncontrollably, the pickpocket pretended to offer some comfort by patting her back. And in that very moment, as the celebrity's head was buried in the toilet, the pickpocket swiftly seized the opportunity and removed the necklace from her neck. Taking advantage of a passing waiter, he discreetly placed the necklace on a tray and sent it back to the kitchen. Meanwhile, the master jeweler fished out the massive necklace from the sink, ensuring everything was intact. He retreated to a secluded restroom, opened a hidden compartment in the baby changing table, and pulled out the tools he had prepared in advance. Now it was time to dismantle the necklace. Just as the star finally finished emptying her stomach and emerged from the restroom, her bodyguard noticed the conspicuous absence of the necklace around her neck. The female celebrity finally realized that the necklace was missing. How did they manage to escape with a multi-million-dollar necklace? At this point, the bodyguards had sealed off the entire venue, and were conducting thorough checks on every guest, conducting a meticulous search in every corner. One of the bodyguards had made his way to the kitchen, steadily approaching the restroom. The hacker immediately relayed the situation to the smuggler's sister, who discreetly retrieved a fake necklace concealed on her thigh. She pretended to have just found it in the fountain, diverting the attention of all the bodyguards towards her. Meanwhile, the jewelry sister had already completed the dismantling, and handed the diamonds over to the pickpocket, who then discreetly passed them on to others. As the party came to an end, the 7 individuals had changed into different outfits, and confidently walked out of the museum. The diamond necklace had been successfully dismantled, and each of them now adorned a diamond piece of jewelry. Back at home, they could barely contain their excitement. They were laughing so hard that their mouths nearly reached their temples, as they debated whether to buy a mansion or a Tesla first. That's when the female celebrity burst through the door, exclaiming, "You're finished." These 7 women were experts at living off others' expenses. Having not spent a dime in over 30 years, they stole a diamond necklace worth $150 million. And just as they were celebrating for a mere 10 minutes, an unexpected person appeared. It was none other than the celebrity who had lost the diamond necklace. She entered with a serious expression, but in the next second, she flashed her signature smile and took a seat among them. As it turned out, the female celebrity had already noticed. When the designer covertly filmed the bodyguard unlocking the safe, she had figured out their plan to steal the necklace. Debbie shrewdly recruited her, ensuring smoother execution of the heist. To handle any potential police investigation, they had already set up a scapegoat, the celebrity's male companion seated next to her at the party, who also happened to be Debbie's scumbag ex-boyfriend. Debbie and the scumbag were once an unbeatable team, with the scumbag selling art and Debbie playing the role of a pawn, making them a formidable pair in the auction world. One day, the scumbag deceived Debbie into signing an agreement without even reading it, taking advantage of her blind trust in their relationship. Little did she know that this agreement would lead to her imprisonment. During the police interrogation, Debbie shouldered all the blame to protect him, hoping to be reunited with him after her release. However, the scumbag vanished into thin air, and Debbie realized she had been deceived. She spent 5 years planning this revenge mission. On the other side, with the theft of the diamond necklace, there was no concrete evidence. The first person the FBL, Fictional Bureau of Investigation, thought of was Debbie. Such a large-scale and flawless heist could only be the work of someone like her. They traced it back to Debbie's scumbag ex-boyfriend. This is a case of framing, where a team of master thieves stole a diamond necklace worth $150 million, and then dismantled the necklace. The female celebrity had already planted the largest centerpiece of the necklace in the scumbag's pocket, and she took a photo and sent it to the police. But it wasn't enough to convict him. Debbie arranged for several elderly individuals to take the diamonds to the auction house, and she transferred all the money to the scumbag's account. Now, no matter how the scumbag tried to defend himself, it was all in vain, and he finally ended up behind bars. Revenge was served, but all the money went into the scumbag's account. So what was the point of all their efforts? The best friends exchanged a smile, and Debbie opened the refrigerator, which was filled with diamond jewelry. These diamonds, when combined, could buy the lives of all 8 of them. As it turns out, while all the security attention was focused on the diamond necklace, Debbie arranged for someone else to switch all the jewelry on the spot. The money they ended up with now was more than double what they had planned, and now everyone was satisfied, starting their happy lives. The end. In this film, Ocean's 8. Here's a question for you. $20 million or the person you deeply love? Choose $20 million. Comment 111. Choose the person. Comment 222. By the way, the $150 million diamond necklace in the film actually exists. It was designed in 1931 by the grandson of the founder of Cartier for an Indian nobleman. The one shown in the film is a high-quality replica, crafted by Cartier over 8 weeks. This film is fantastic. I recommend watching the original version. Remember to give K a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow and subscribe. See you in the next episode. Bye.